Hello. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Greenwood Baseball, where today the Bulldogs host the Greenbrier Panthers. Starting lineup for the Panthers, starting at shortstop, number 1, Garrett Fitz. Starting in center field, number 12, Thatcher Strack. The designated hitter, number 8, Jackson Anderson. Starting at first base, number 10, Jordan Husky. Starting at left field, number 3, Keaton Whitley. Starting at second base,
Well, hello again, Bulldog fans, and welcome to the Boys of Spring, we'll call it here. Greenwood Baseball, live on the air here on the Sports Hog 103.5. Welcome to those tuning in online at the live stream at Greenwood Sports Center on YouTube and Facebook. I'm Tim Terry. Glad to have you aboard here on a cloudy Tuesday. A little sun peeking through here in Greenwood, Arkansas. A 5A West battle. The first conference game for both squads as the Greenbrier Panthers are in town. The Bulldogs 2-1 on the young season. Greenbrier 1-3. And this should be a fantastic ball game. Man, you know both these teams are just ready to see each other get into play some baseball after what we've been through the last 365 days. So this should be a good sign for both skippers to see where their squads are at in this young season. Greenwood's played pretty solid competition. So has Greenbrier, for that matter. So already been battle tested, and be sure curious to see how things turn out today in this doubleheader. It'll be a twin bill. We will stay here for the national anthem. Yeah, great to be back with you here at Bulldog Diamond. A little crossover time. Greenwood Lady Bulldogs still in the basketball state tournament, so we'll be doing a little double duty this week. But looking forward to seeing the guys play here on the diamond. And Coach Chad Mercado, his, I guess, real first season, if you will, as the Greenwood skipper. And Greenwood went up to Owasso last week and played a loaded team with some pretty good D1 talent, the way I understand it. Hung in there with them, 3-1 final. Their only loss of the season. The only runs given up was at Owasso. They shut out Fayetteville 3-0 and beat the Gravette Lions 2-0. So the Bulldogs' early pitching has been good. Landry Jerica, a senior, is on the bump. He is the ace of the staff for the Bulldogs. Jerica's 1-0 on the year. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Hasn't given up an earned run. Dylan Strozier, his battery mate, back behind the dish. Strozier is a junior. Over at third base today for the Bulldogs, Hayden Weaver will start over at the hot corner. Hayden's a senior. At shortstop is Bryce Morgan. He is a junior. Second base, Reed Carroll, a senior. First base, Matt Monday. He is a junior. Around the outfield, Luke Brewer, a junior out in left. Center field, Caden Brown, a senior. And Chance Ove out in right field, a senior for the Bulldogs. Greenbrier to the dish. Here we go. Garrett Fitz is their shortstop, a right-handed bat. And a first pitch popped up a mile high. And Morgan calls it at shortstop. Camps under it. We're out number one. One pitch, one out. It's beautiful. I like that. So we're one down. Here's Thatcher Strack now. He's their center fielder, another right-handed bat. Greenbrier with the royal blue tops with white on the shoulders, white numerals front and back, Greenbrier and green around the front. And that's upstairs, but swung at. Strike to Strack. 66 degrees at first pitch. Wind blowing out of the south about 9 miles an hour. Old Glory's out in right field. So that would mean the wind blowing across. Nasty little breaking ball there from Jerica, 0-2. Jerica heading to Kansas State to pitch. And that one's in the dirt. Strozier knocked it down, but it was swung at and couldn't get there in time. So a bonus out as a strikeout was registered, but couldn't get the throw down in time. And a runner at first is Strack. Jerica got a good slider. He'll get up to high 80s. Been working on a little changeup too. But mainly he'll work upstairs and have a slider. There's one just on the outside black. Good call. Jackson Anderson, he's the Panthers' designated hitter, a left-handed bat. Stands in. He's behind 0-1. Big lead over there for Strack at first base. Monday holds him. So there's a big hole here for the left-handed batting Anderson. Good call. He's just painting that outside black, Jerica. Greenwood in the first base dugout. They're in their home whites with the navy blue pinstripes. Navy blue numeral front and back and a big navy blue G up over the left breast. Jerica throws over, and maybe a throw down in the slot there would have got him, but he was a little high. Monday went and got it, but he caught Strack leaning a bit. 0-2 is one down here in the top of the first. 5A West opener. Jerica checks, comes home with it. Boy, just missed outside. Tough one to take there for Anderson. Chad Cope is the skipper for the Panthers. They occupy the third base dugout. Strack's got his lead over there. They pinch up the middle a bit and double play depth. One down. And there's a shot through the gap. We talked about Monday holding him on. That tends to help the left-handed bat. And Anderson's aboard. We've got one out, 2 men on. And that's a single. Here's Jordan Husky, a right-handed bat for the Panthers. He's their first baseman. Jerica in a little bit of jam here early on. We'll have all the conference games for you this year in Greenwood Baseball, as we've done the past few years. I guess really about the past 10. That ball's fouled back into the netting. Strike one. We're going to sprinkle in some softball as well. AAA wants us to get 5 games broadcast in order to broadcast the postseason tournament and hopefully finals. So we'll sprinkle in some softball for you as well. No conference games. We'll find some non-conference games for you over there for Coach Saki and his ladies. Here's the 0-1 from Jerica. And it's high. Got out of Dillon's glove, and the runners will advance up. Strozier runs to the backstop. A ton of room behind home plate here at Greenwood. It's one of those deals you got to really have an effective catcher back there. Greenwood's had great catchers over the last, really forever. So they hadn't had to worry about it, but a passed ball here is going to score a run unless you get just a fortuitous bounce right back to you off the brick backstop. So 1-1 count, 1 out, top of the first, second and third for Greenbrier. High heat, and Husky swings through it. And he's behind 1 and 2. Jerica's worked ahead of the count about every batter. But a drop third strike, couldn't execute the throw down. And then a single. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout for Jerica. And Keaton Whitley now, he's their left fielder. And Jerica trying to get out of this jam. He's a left-handed bat. Second lefty we've seen. Anderson, the DH, who's out at second base. Well, the southpaw. Jerica's up on top, the right-handed senior. He likes the sign. It kicks and fires. That's outside, ball 1. Whitley stands in. He's ready. Jerica from the windup with runners on. And kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. A little late was Whitley. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 o'clock right here tomorrow. We'll be in Hot Springs, same station, same internet for the first round of the 5A state basketball tournament. Girls in Hot Springs. 1-1 count to Whitley. Curveball just a little low. 2-1. 2 outs, top of the first. Haven't seen the sun really all day. It just tried to peek through right before first pitch. But the clouds have taken over here. No rain in the forecast. Just missed. Nope, they're going to call it a strike. Woo. 2-2. We'll take it. As Jerica paints that outside black. Deuce is wild here, top of the first. For Keaton Whitley. And Jerica taking his time. Now he's ready up on top. Checks the runner at third and brings it home. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts. He got out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit. 2 men left on. As Jerica gets out of a little bit of a jam there in the top of the first. Bulldogs come to bat here in the middle of the first inning after this timeout. Greenwood Baseball on Greenwood Sports Center and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes, sir. Minute's fine. Like riding a bike.
One of those bikes that lays down that you've never been on.
Yeah, right. We welcome you back to beautiful downtown Greenwood, Arkansas. 5A West Baseball. Greenbrier Panthers in town for this twin bill. The Bulldogs ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Jerica got out of a little bit of a jam. A couple of strikeouts. Here's Caden Brown to lead things off for the Bulldogs. Brown batting .250 on the young season. A left-handed pitching Isaac Hulse up on top. Brown squared the bunt. We all know what kind of speed this guy's got. If you've been watching football, or in baseball really, for the last couple of years. He can fly. Heading to UCA to play baseball. Happens in the dirt. And he's ahead 0-2. Or 2-0. I'm going to get it right in a minute. It's not like riding a bike.
Ooh, hit deep.
Brown's got that one up in the air, but to the center fielder, drifting to his left, makes the snag. And that is Strack out there in center. The lights come on here at Bulldog Field as the clouds have just not given way to Mr. Sunshine. And here's Chance Oaf now, the senior. Chance batting 125. We're still waiting for the bats to come alive for these Bulldogs. The first one on this lefty-lefty matchup is outside for ball one. Chance heading to Arkansas Tech to play baseball. That's more like it. The Wonder Boy. This one's lifted in the air. Just cutting away from the center fielder. The left fielder is going to take over and make the snag for out number 2. Whitley out there. And here comes Andrew Elliott, a senior. He's the DH today for Greenwood. He's batting .250. He's a right-handed bat. Curveball is in there for a called strike. Good pitch from Hulse. 2 down here, bottom of the first. No score. There's a little fit right off the fists to the shortstop. He'll charge, throw over, pull the first baseman. Elliott will head to second on the error, and he's in there safely. So a little 2-out rally. And Matt Monday will give it a shot. Monday, the first baseman, batting 167. Monday's got a couple RBI on the season, so he's got an opportunity here after the error. Hulse up on top, and the lefty brings it home, and it's high and away to Big Matt Monday. Monday's mullet is in mid-season form. It's glorious, and I don't have to tell you about it. It's beautiful. Here's the 1-0. There's a rip to the third baseman. Got by him. It may score a run. Let's see if Elliott's got the wheels. Mercado sends him at third. He is going to be in there safe as Monday lugs to second. He's in there for a double. And the Bulldogs are on the board. The error comes back to bite them. Reed Carroll now. Bulldogs second baseman, a right-handed bat. Can they get the merry-go-round going here? Carroll, 7 at-bats. Hasn't got a hit yet. Still waiting for the first one. That's high upstairs. 1 ball count to Reed. Isaac Hulse, the lefty. Little B dude up on the mound, but he's throwing it up there at him. For Greenbrier. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. This one's in the air. Center fielder's going to sneak over. Strack is there, waiting on it, and makes the grab for out number 3. But the Bulldogs got a man on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, and an error. Had a man left on base. We've played a full inning of baseball here in our 5A West Conference opener, and Greenwood leads Greenbrier 1-0. Bulldogs baseball. It's Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Thank you. I'm getting commercials for those other 2. They're supposed to be emailing them. I was hoping to get them before the game started, but I'll get them to you as soon as I get them. Hopefully it'll be a compatible MP3 or whatever the normal deal is. Yes, sir. Today's game is sponsored in part by Gameo. Appreciate the folks supporting Greenwood Baseball. Gameo USA, Phil Pradco, River Rock Financial, Harvest Bank, Daisy Outdoor Brands, and really my favorite, Taco Bell. I've already had a beef burrito up here in the press box. Jerica's back to work. That's Cade Newton, their second baseman, takes ball one. Newton's a right-handed bat. The 1-0's inside, 2-0. Yes, Greenwood switched dugouts. We got old-timers chiming in, won't know what's going on. It's not in the mirror image on your screen. Did that last year. There's one through the 5-6 gap into left field, and it's a base hit for Cade Newton. And the Panthers have a base runner on again. Top of the second, 1-0 Bulldogs. And Paxton Flagg, their right fielder, will stand in, another right-handed bat. Man on first gets the lead. That's over but low. Tried to fake the square to bunt. Pulled back. Thought it was a good pitch. Hayden Weaver's up on the grass at third. Kind of expecting this bunt. We'll see what Flagg does. Here it comes. Just missed outside. 2-0. Lights are on now, full beam. Overcast afternoon. That's in there for a called strike. Taking the strike, I don't blame him. Run through the signs at third base, Coach. I don't know Coach Chad Cope. So I am assuming that's him in the third base coach's box. 2 balls, 1 strike to Paxton Flagg. And Jerica comes set up top, checks the runner, and brings it home. There's a bunt, squared the bunt, and pulled back just in time. The pitch was just outside, 3-1. Close. Three and one. Jerica needs to come with a strike. Nobody out, top of the second. This was lifted to left and on its horse backwards and making a nice snag out there. Good play from Luke Brewer. You knew he was going to get it. He's got hands of glue. I've been saying it for at least a couple of months. 1 out, and Jeremy Cooper. He's their third baseman, will stand in for Greenbrier, a right-handed bat. Brewer, who we thought was going to be a huge 3-sport all-stater, but he bailed out on the basketball floor. Was great in football, pretty salty in baseball. He'll give way to Aiden Kennan for the 3-sport star. Swing and a miss to the first one to Cooper. And Jerica's ahead in the count with 1 out and a man at first here in the top of the second. 1-0 Bulldogs. 5A West opener. Doubleheader. Pop you some popcorn. Go get you some steaks going. Strike. A nice breaking ball. That little slider. 0-2. Glare out at the accolades on the outfield fence. You can say what you want, but Greenwood's a baseball town. You can ask any old timer. Here comes the 0-2. There goes the runner. The ball's a called strike, and the throw down's not. Morgan couldn't hold on to it. I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but it would have been bang bang. But Cooper goes out looking, so he's down out number 2. And Isaac Hulse will stand in. A left-handed bat. He's their pitcher. Trying to help his own cause. He sees an RBI chance out there at second. 2 down here in the top of the first. Called strike. I guess really for a women's basketball town, it's a pretty good baseball town. Everything is awesome here at Greenwood. It's unbelievable. Volleyball, softball, wrestling. Everyone lifted to the left. Brewer's back draws the bead, and no problem. Out number 3. There was a hit, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. They've left 3. We're through 1.5, and the Bulldogs lead 1-0 over Greenbrier in this 5A West Conference opener. Weaver, Brewer, Strozier up to bat when we come back. Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Thank you. Gingers. I mean, I'm getting old, but we're in the Okay. We are back here in Greenwood. Tim Terry with you. Glad to have you aboard. My man Sean Holland producing this live stream. Looking good, hopefully, so far. Appreciate you folks from Greenbrier tuning in. Welcome. Hopefully you enjoy the broadcast. We'll have a little fun. Here's Hayden Weaver, the Greenwood third baseman. Weaver comes in batting 1/8.125. A right-handed bat, and Hulse back to work the lefty. They foul it right back into the netting. Strike 1. Weaver, Luke Brewer, Dylan Strozier due up here in the bottom of the second. Bulldogs lead 1-0. This one's fouled back out of play. Heading right towards my Yukon, whatever you call it. 0-2. Hulse kicks and fires the lefty. A little check swing, and Weaver just stays alive. Here's Hulse. He's got a new ball. He's ready. That one's in the dirt. Good eye from Weaver. 1-2. Wind kind of starting to blow in a little more from right now. It was a cross, but the flag kind of shifted a bit. Swing and a miss for Weaver. So out number 1. Here's Luke Brewer, the left fielder. Brewer yet to get a bat on the ball this season. 5 at-bats. He does have an RBI. He'll stand in from the right side. He's a junior. And Hulse will kick and fire the lefty. That one's fouled right back here at us. Strike 1. Strozier's got a little bit of flow going, too, underneath that batting helmet. He's out here on the on-deck circle. And just missed with that one, 1-1. Not to be left out, Isaac Hulse up on the bump for Greenbrier. He's working that gift as well. It's a party in the back up there. A couple guys have it. The second baseman got some locks flowing. Love it. Nothing wrong with the 70s look. It was the good old days. Here's the 1-1. Brewer wasn't sure, just kind of swung at one that was going to be in the strike zone. It's 1-2. Coach Mercado talked to him yesterday, and he said, you got to get a bat on the ball. That's an issue now. Home plate blue is talking to Brewer. Now they're ready. Here's the 1-2. Hulse up on top. Zachary, his battery mate. Here it comes. Got him. That's a backwards K. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Dylan Strozier, who actually has got a bat on the ball this year, leading the Bulldogs in batting average, .333. Got a couple of hits. He's walked. He's 2 for 6 on the young season. 2 down. Swing and a miss. 1-0 Bulldogs. They scratched one across thanks to an error to Greenbrier in the bottom of the first. Strike called. Strozier thought it was inside. He's been giving that inside or that black there all day. Lefties and righties. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Good job of Zachary back there scooping and making it look easy. 2-2. Bryce Morgan on deck if Strozier can extend the inning. Deuce is wild here at the bottom of the second. 2-2. This one's lifted up and foul out of play. So Strozier's battling a bit. Right-handed bat. Hulse up on top. The lefty kicks and fires for Greenbrier. Got him, swinging a miss. Struck out the side. 1-2-3. No problem for Isaac Hulse. We've played 2 innings of baseball here in the 5A West opener in Greenwood. Bulldogs lead 1-0 over Greenbrier. Greenwood Sports Center Online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes, sir. Gracias. How are you doing? Snuck in. Good. Myers. Well, I can't hear you. We welcome you back to Greenwood, Arkansas. 5A West baseball. Glad to have the boys back. Field looks beautiful. Green grass coming up. Weather's just right. Coach Mercado does a fantastic job of keeping the field, getting the field ready. One of his passions. He is a big fan of no turf, and I like that. I'm a natural grass guy. If we could turn the football field back to grass, I'd have no problem with that either. Greenbrier coming to bat in the top of the third. Bulldogs lead 1-0. And we go back to the top of the order, and Garrett Fitz, he's their shortstop. Popped out to our shortstop, Morgan, to lead off the ball game. And Landry Jerica back up on top for the Dogs, the right-hander. Kansas State Wildcat. He kicks and fires. That's upstairs for ball 1. Jerica peers into Strozier. He's ready. Here it comes. Just missed upstairs, 2-0. 1-0 Greenwood, a Panther error led to the run. Here comes the 2-0. It's outside and low. Good eye from Fitz. 3-0. Here comes the obvious take sign from Coach Cope and the Panthers. And he puts it right in there for a called strike. It's been an age-old debate about swinging at 3-0. I guess at this level you don't, but boy, if I was in the majors, I would. Them guys just groove one right down the middle every time on 3-0, and there's one that blew past Fitz, swing and a miss, and Jerica's battled back to run the count full. Righty-righty matchup. Here it comes. The 3-2 is lifted foul out of play right side into the parking lot. And it's been another age-old mystery, kind of like the Da Vinci Code, how no cars get hit hardly ever in the parking lot. I don't know. It's amazing. I'm sure we'll lose some windshields tonight. Here's the 3-2. In the dirt, and he walked him. So, another base runner. They've had one each inning. Thatcher Strack is their center fielder. And he actually struck out, but he reached on the drop third strike in the first inning and got aboard as Strozier couldn't run down the ball. It bounced way out in front of the plate. This time he lays a bunt down. Jerica's off the bump. He'll go to first with it and get the out, and the sacrifice is good. So Fitz will run up. To second base now. Here's Anderson, the left-hander. He singled, moved the runner up, Strack. Strozier's out to talk to Jerica. Maybe change the signs up a bit. A runner on second. Jackson Anderson, the designated hitter, singled out to right. This time Monday's in the hole, not holding their runner. One out. 1-0 Greenwood leads. Their second hit, or they have two hits. Do Greenbrier, one error. Way outside. Ball one. 0-2-1 the line for Greenbrier. 1-1-0 for Greenwood. Here at the top of the third inning. Awesome crowd. Out here, good weather. 66. That one's in there for a called strike. 66 degrees at first pitch, but I believe we'll probably see some quilts as the sun goes down. Good crowd from Greenbrier up as well. One and one. Jerica checks the runner at second. Fitz. That's inside. Got through Strozier's legs. The runner is late breaking. Can he get it? Couldn't find it. It allowed him to move over. Strozier couldn't find the ball and went just straight back. It was a ball. It was 2-1 the count. One down, and the tying run's 90 feet away for Jackson Anderson, their DH. Let's see if Jerica can find a strikeout here. Up on the plate a bit for Greenbrier. It's Anderson, the lefty. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. This is one where Jerica's got to bow his neck. Come get this batter. Anderson, probably their best hitter. 2-2 now. This would be a huge one if Jerica can break this thing off and find strike three. Here it comes. And that one's laced, but cutting foul outside the left field into foul ground into the bullpen. Runner at third. Walked. Sacrificed over. Moved up to third on a passed ball. Here's the 2-2. And that's a shot to first base. Monday let it go through the wickets. And then it goes through the oafs. Air out in right. And that's going to let Anderson make it all the way to third. Wow. So the RBI is good. Anderson's going to get what I would say a single and maybe a two-base error out there on the oaf. That's how I'd score it at home. Whew. So Jordan Husky now struck out his first time up. It's one out. Right back where we started. Man on third again. But we're tied up this time. Jerica up on top. Kicks and fires. That was off the fists. This time fielded, pitched over to Jerica, but the run scores. It's an RBI for Husky. He'll be out 1-3 on the putout. Let me get it right, 3-1. There's 2 down. The Greenbrier takes the lead. And Keaton Whitley, a left-handed batting left fielder who struck out to end the first inning, will dig in now with the bases empty. Jerica now trailing by a run. That one's high and outside to Whitley. Keaton Whitley. I'd have been tough for me not to call him Keith if I'd have had a child. And last name Whitley. 2-0, that one's outside. Top of the third, Bulldogs now down a run. A couple of fielding mistakes. Here's the 2-0. Strike call. What's that one on the outside black? Keaton Whitley for Greenbrier. And Jerica kicks and fires the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I believe Jerica had an injury last year that he was going to end up missing the season anyway. I'm not mistaken, or most of it. But the COVID came in and rained on the parade. There's a ball fouled into Smith Robinson Stadium. 2-2 still. Whitley hanging on here with 2 outs. Wrestling with another state championship last week. Congrats, Coach K and his boys. 2-2, Jerica's up on top. That one's tapped, foul out of play, left side again. Of course, Coach Golden did the volleyball title last fall, football team. Coach Young's maiden voyage, 14-0. Here's the 2-2. Jerica peers into Strozier. He's got the sign. Here it comes. And that one just tapped over to third, and Weaver's there waiting on it. A little line out. But there was some action by the Panthers. They scored a couple of runs. 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error. No one left on base. Middle of the third. Greenbrier 2, Greenwood 1. Morgan Brown Oaf due up here in the bottom of the third. After this timeout, Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Okay. Uh-oh. House of Holland. We're back here in Greenwood, 5A West baseball. 2-1 Greenwood Bulldogs, the 1-3 Greenbrier Panthers. The Greenbrier leads now 2-1 here, bottom of the third, and the 9-hole Bryce Morgan. Greenwood shortstop will lead off, and the first one's in there for a called strike from Isaac Hulse, who's pitched pretty well. A throwing error cost the only run. There's one laced into center, but strikes there, but he couldn't hold on. And I would say so. Of course, he had a good play on it. We'll give him a hit. A single for Morgan. And I can probably tell you that Coach Mikado, as cold as our bats have been early on in the season, is going to give everything a hit, get some averages up. We'll take it. Here's Caden Brown, the leadoff. Top of the order, flied out to center his first time up. Big lead for Morgan over at first base. And Hulse comes home. Brown squared the bunt. They threw down to first to try to get in there behind Morgan, but to no avail. And I think Coach is going to come down and ask him if he's sure he didn't draw that back. Mask on. It was a called strike from home plate blue. Now, this is an argument that Chad's not going to win, but at least come make your peace. He's going to probably ask maybe the field ump for some help. Either way, we got our first argument. Pretty lengthy discussion down here outside the batter's box, third base side. Greenbrier folks getting unruly, and it's a called strike. Knew he wouldn't win the argument, but got his money's worth. So the 0-1 count. Morgan's over at first base, a leadoff single. And Brown that time got it back, and it's way upstairs, 1-1. Isaac Hulse up on the bump for Greenbrier. They charge at third base. Squaring the bunt again. This time it's down out in front of the plate. It's fair. They go to second and get one. No chance to double him off, but a good play by their catcher, Zachary, for the ever popular 2-6 putout at second base. Brown's on with a fielder's choice. And here's Chance O for the man on second, or man on first, rather. One down here. O for left-handed bat. Flied out to left, his first time up. One for 9 on the season. And that was lifted to center. And the center fielder, who was way in, had to drift back and now draws the bead and strikes there for out number 2. F8 if you're scoring at home. And there's 2 down for Andrew Elliott, the Bulldogs' designated hitter. He reached on an error, ended up scoring the only run on Monday's single. They threw to first. It was way over the first baseman. He advanced to second, and then Monday doubled him in. They throw over, and Brown's back safely standing up. Bottom of the third, 2 down, 2-1 Greenbrier. Hulse for the Panthers up on top. He'll come home with it. And a late cut from Elliott. And he's in an 0-1 hole. Hulse waits and now comes home. This one's in the air and off with the mask from Zachary, but out of play. 0-2. Two outs, bottom of the third. Brown's got a lead at first. And Hulse will come set. And there goes the runner. And the ball's low, and they're not going to get Brown. He was there before it ever even crossed the pitcher's mound. Brown with a stolen base. If he can just get on bag, it's a – just let him go to second if it was me. That way you don't hurt your catcher's arm. I would just allow him to advance because I don't know if he'll get thrown out this year. I want to be there when he does. That tip foul, Elliott just stayed alive. Today's game sponsored in part by Game-O USA and Phil Brands, Pradco. Appreciate all the folks. Phil Hicks Shelter Insurance, Arvest Bank, River Rock Financial. And Brown gets a lead at second. The 1-2 count. Let's see if Elliott can find a hole. The senior DH picks this one up over the top, straight back. Hanging in there. 4 state titles for the Bulldogs, 66, 99, 06, and 18. Heartbreakers in 11 and 13. In 2000 for that matter. Tough. And swing in, just got a piece of it, did Elliott, which is a shame because that ball got out of the catcher's mitt. And he could have advanced on a pass ball, third strike. But just got a piece of it. The 73 state finals appearance was one to forget. We were no hit by Pine Bluff. 9-0 loss, if I recall. The only no-hitter in finals history. That one's fouled right back at me. They'll do it again. Elliott in the battle here with Hulse. No, I was not alive in 73, but I can read the history books. Those are the old school days when there was no classes, I don't think. It just gut check. Everybody was playing for the whole thing. Hey, there's a shot out to the left, and that's going to score Brown easily. The left fielder booted it. It's going to be a double for Elliott. Probably scored a single, then he got a base on the error. But the game is tied. Nonetheless, it's an RBI for Andrew Elliott. And now Matt Monday on a 2-out rally. We're knee-deep in it here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs have tied this thing up. Hulse up on top, the lefty for Greenbrier. He'll bring it into Monday, who had an RBI double his first time up. That's a curveball in there for a called strike. Good pitch from the lefty Hulse. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Monday just laid off a close one. Woo! Isaac Hulse peers into his catcher Zachary, and he's ready up top. Here it comes to Matt Monday, the first baseman. That one got out of his glove, and Elliott's going to advance to third easily. And it's a 2-1 count to Monday. It's the hitter's count. And I don't know what the green light sign is from Coach Mikado, but if you'll watch him run through the signs, that means green light. Yeah, no sign means rip it. Here comes from Hulse. He kicks and fires. Ooh, he looked at strike two. One more chance at it. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the third. 2-2, 2 outs. Curveball didn't quite get in there. It was a front door looking, but didn't quite get around. And it's full count. Here's the payoff to Matt Monday. Oh, and he takes one to the left, but right at the left fielder, but it's, oh, what a great catch. I thought he'd burn him, but the left fielder had to just get up, and that's Whitley. Just got up on his toes and caught that one from Monday. But the Bulldogs do a little damage there. They got a run on 2 hits. Left a man on base. There was an error. No errors. Beg your pardon. We're tied at 2 through 3 complete innings here in Game 1 of this 5A West doubleheader. Greenwood and Greenbrier. It's Greenwood Sports Center online and live on the Sports Hog 103.5 FM. We are back in Greenwood. Boy, they just put a fresh run of patties on the grill out there and just came through the window. My gosh, we're ready to go in the top of the fourth, and I think Jerica's thinking the same thing I am. Let me get some strikes here, get a burger. That one's in there for a called strike to Cade Newton. Man, that's swing and a miss. It's some junk in the dirt. Jerica's way ahead here of their second baseman, the right-handed bat, Cade Newton. Woo! That wasn't me. That's outside. Yeah, I have to go out and reposition that barbecue grill. Fat guys, a wind, and a good cook is not good. Ball 2 in there to Newton. We've evened the count at 2-2. We're tied at 2 here in the top of the fourth. Greenwood, Greenbrier. Tim Terry with you. Glad to have you aboard. Swing and a miss. That's more like it. Been a while, but finally a strikeout. It is the 5th strikeout for Jerica. And Paxton Flagg will ease his way into the batter's box. He's their right fielder. Flied out to the left. His first time up was the first out in the second inning. These are 7-inning games today. Of course, run rules are in effect 10 after 5, I believe. And a righty-righty matchup. Landry Jerica kicks and fires. That's in there for a called strike. To Paxton Flagg. 2 G's. Right fielder. Old Glory's gone limp out there for a minute. This one's hit right towards Old Glory. It's tailing, and it's going to be just foul. Oaf gave chase. I thought it might get down. Had that wind stayed up, it might could have pushed it back in play, but it did not. And so it's a long strike, and it's 0-2 to Paxton Flagg. Jerica's got a fresh ball. He's ready up on top. Flagg digs in. Here it comes. And he plunked him. Golly, 0-2. Oh, no. Yep. It happens. So Jeremy Cooper will make his way to the box. Struck out looking. His first time up. He's their first base or their third baseman. Oh, just horrible. You don't want to beat a guy on 0-2. So, a base runner. They've had one every inning. Jerica brings it home. Called strike. Nothing that Cooper can do with that one. Just a good pitch. 2-2 the score here. Top of the fourth. Greenwood, Greenbrier. Jerica kicks and brings it home. That's way outside. Good job of Strozier to go get it. Keep the runner at first. Last time these two guys met was 2019, these two teams. Bulldogs needed to win one to make state. Got swept down at Greenbrier. There's a chopper towards the third base side, and it's foul. Caden Wallace, who now is playing for Arkansas, my favorite hog, offensive player. He had a day against us down there that day. Man, that guy's good. That team's good. Wow. Here's the 1-2 from Jerica. It's in the dirt. Again, Strozier nicely knocked it down, kept Flagg over there at first base. 2-2 count. Yeah, Holt had a pretty good evening that night, I believe, the ice cream man, but got us a lead. We couldn't hold on to it. 2-2. One out here at the top of the fourth. There's a ball towards Weaver. He couldn't get to it. It's in the hole. Just kind of a chopper got between he and Morgan. Morgan may have been shading a bit in the double play depth and cost him. So it's a single. And Isaac Hulse will stand in now, flied out to left, and Coach Mikado is going to make his way towards the mound and visit with his starter, Landry Jerica. We've got runners on first and second. One out here in the top of the fourth. Don't think we're going to see a pitching change. We'll see. Maybe Costa Rica's just lighting a fire. And that's it. Two to two the score. Pivotal game. You think, first game of the conference, but man, these are the most important because you're going to go back in about 5 or 6 weeks and think, like our basketball boys did, that loss to Greenbrier just killed them early in the year. Or it should have anyway, as if the conference tournament hadn't came about. The bunt's down, and Eureka has nowhere to go with it. Froze Weaver at third as he stayed back on it. Just a good bunt from Hulse. It's a single, yes. And another hit. And they're going to courtesy run for the pitcher. Yes. Reed Nixon will come in and run for the pitcher, Hulse. Top of the order now. And Garrett Fitz. We got bases full of Panthers. One out. That one's called strike. Boy, tough pitch. Fitz walked, scored a run in the third. He popped up to the shortstop to start the ball game. Eureka needs a double play ball. They're up at the corners, Monday and Weaver on the grass. It's outside. 1-1 to Garrett Fitz. There's shortstop. He's a right-handed bat. Huge spot in the game here. Let's see if Eureka can get his way out of it. He's ready up on top. Comes home with it. That's in there for a called strike. Boy, a strikeout would be enormous. Woo. I figure Fitz is going to be swinging the bat right here. He knows the strike's coming. Let's get the bat on the ball and see what happens. Here it comes. It's in the dirt and low. Good job, Strozier, back there being a wall. It's 2-2. One out, top of the fourth. Bases loaded for Greenbrier. Eureka comes set up top, checks the runner over at third, now kicks and fires. Oh, he went. He sure did. Boy, and a bad pitch in the dirt, and Fitz couldn't hold off, and a huge strikeout for Landry Eureka, his 6th of the day. And now Thatcher Strack will stand in. Strack is 0 for 1, sacrifice bunt, struck out, but he reached in the first on a past third strike. Drop third strike, rather. But there's 2 outs now. They're back at the corners in normal depth. Eureka just wanting a ground ball now. There it is. A chopper to Weaver. He'll glove over to first. Nice dig out over there, and they're out of the jam. 5-3 on the putout. Yeah, the Bulldogs got out of that jam. There was no runs on 2 hits, 3 left on base. Woo, middle of the fourth. The Bulldogs escaped tragedy there. It's tied at 2. Carroll, Weaver, Brewer due up for Greenwood on Greenwood Sports Center Online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes. Meat and cheese, a little rice, is it?
for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 4, Reed Carroll.
Well, here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Reed Carroll. Leads it off for Greenwood. Our second baseman flied out to center to end the first inning. And Isaac Hulse back to work, and a little lazy breaking ball in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 to Carroll. Now 1-1. Did I say 1-0? 1-1. Yeah, 2 1s. We can either way, even backwards, it's right. And that's in there for a called strike. 1-2 now. Bottom of the fourth, we're tied at 2 with the Panthers of Greenbrier. Carroll, a little easy roller to the third baseman across some diamond, but couldn't dig it out, the first baseman. Cooper's throw was there. Carroll trots into second. That ball got loose. The center fielder came up to back the play. He'll go to third. It's a comedy of errors, and Reed Carroll stands on third base now with a couple of errors. We'll take it. First base couldn't dig it out, and then the throw got past the second baseman as they try to knock Carroll down at second. And Reed's over at third, nobody out. And again, the error is going to haunt Isaac Hulse. Greenwood got their first run via an error. Here's Hayden Weaver, now the third baseman, struck out to lead off the second. Weaver's a right-handed bat. And Coach Mikado runs through the signs at third base. It's Coach Myers over at first for Greenwood. And this was lifted in the air, but not deep enough. The first baseman draws a bead in fair ground for out number 1. That's Husky over at first. So now Luke Brewer will come in. Struck out looking his first time up in the second. He's 0 for 1 today. I can see Brewer get his bat going. I'm sure Mikado would like to. He'd like to see all these guys get their bats going. Still looking for some offense. Here's the pitch to Brewer. It's a curveball in there for a called strike. It's not overpowering stuff, but the movement is nice. Little Uncle Charlie from Isaac Hulse. And Brewer went down after that one, swung and missed. It squirted away from J.D. Zachary, but he pounced on it and kept Reed Carroll over at third base. 0-2 now. Brewer's got a battle. Deep breath out of the box. He'll dig in now. Hulse is up top and ready. Here comes the 0-2. And it's chopped off the plate. High chopper. Carroll's going to be able to score. And they got Brewer at first base, but it's an RBI. And he got the bat on the ball. It's a good job from Luke Brewer. The pitcher fielded that, so it's 1-3 and 2 outs. An RBI for Brewer. Here's Dylan Strozier now. Struck out swinging to end the second. They went 1-2-3 in the second inning. Bulldogs back on top 3-1. Or 3-2 rather. And Hulse's first one's just outside for a ball. To Strozier. The lefty's ready. Hulse kicks and fires. That's inside. Strozier had to kind of just lean out of the way. 2-ball count to the Greenwood catcher, Dylan Strozier. Here it is. Swing and a miss. That's a home run hack right there. I like it. 2 down here, bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs regain the lead. 2 errors in the inning. Another swing and a miss. And Hulse has caught him to even the count at 2-2. Hulse up on top. He's ready. Shakes off the first sign, brings it home. Curveball's outside. Didn't curve. Full count to Dylan Strozier. 2 outs. He digs in now, trying to slow Hulse down a bit. Here it comes, the payoff. And it's inside and high, and Strozier walks. So, a little 2-out rally brewing. Here's Bryce Morgan. Morgan singled his first time up. And then, in an attempt to sacrifice him over, he was cut down at second. Courtesy runner is Austin Mitchell, number 30, over there for the catcher. I think I'm right on that. Right? Young Austin. Freshman. They throw over. Mitchell's got some wheels. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. Hulse up on top. He'll come home with it. Called strike. Mitchell gets a lead over at first base. Courtesy running for the Greenwood catcher, Strozier. Hulse is ready up on top. He'll come home with it. It's called strike. Outside black. Good pitch. He's been giving them both guys that. It's 1-2 the count to Bryce Morgan. One ball, two strikes to Bryce Morgan. Here it comes, the Greenwood shortstop. He just got a piece of it, and it's in the dirt. Zachary couldn't squeeze it back there. Boy, Bryce Morgan, talk about shoes to fill. It's Greenwood shortstop. Goodness gracious. I'm not even going to go through all of them. There's been some dandies. Even back to Mike Neighbors. 1-2. Just missed. Whew. Morgan living on the edge there. Tough one to take. Deuce is wild. Mitchell gets a big lead over at first base. Morgan digs in. And Hulse up on top. He's ready. Checks the runner. Comes home with it. And that's upstairs. There goes the runner. And he's dead meat. Yep, no problem. Caught stealing.
One run, no hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base.
And that'll give Morgan one more opportunity. Got a run, though. There was 2 errors in the inning on Greenbrier. No one left on base. We've played 4 innings of baseball here in the 5A West opener for the Bulldogs and the Panthers. Greenwood leads Greenbrier 3-2. Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes, sir. We are back here in Greenwood. Tim Terry with you. Glad to have you aboard on a Tuesday afternoon. Crank up some Moody Blues. 5A West baseball. Greenbrier here in town. The Bulldogs lead 3-2. Errors have cost the Panthers 2 of the 3 runs they've surrendered. Greenbrier's chance here in the top of the 5th and a called strike as Jerica gets back to work. This is Jackson Anderson, the Panthers DH. Singled in the first, singled in the second, scored a run. Or singled in the third, rather, scored a run. He went the round that time, tried to check it. It's 0-2. Jerica way ahead. He was ahead 0-2 earlier to their right fielder and plunked him. So let's see if he can. And time is asked for by the batter and granted by home plate blue. And now we're all ready. Here it comes from Jerica. That's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Greenwood leading 3-2 here, top of the 5th. Upstairs, 2-2. Jerica ahead 0-2 now, evened up. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball got him. That's nasty. Out number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeout for Landry Jerica. Jordan Husky is their first baseman. He'll dig in, a right-handed batter. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out. There's a shot to the shortstop, Morgan. No problem. Up with it. Over to Monday at first. 6-3 on the putout. 2 down. 1 pitch. Like it. Here's Keaton Whitley now. He is in left field, a left-handed bat. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and lined out to the third baseman. A soft liner over there to Weaver to end the 3rd inning. 2 down. This one's lifted in the air. First pitch swinging. Morgan's out after it. In comes Brewer. He takes control, and he's got it. So, not bad. Finally, a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. Middle of the 5th. Greenwood leading 3-2. Chance to extend this lead here in the conference opener. Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes, sir. We are back here in Greenwood. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Game O USA and Phil Pradco. Phil Bobbers. That's what it is. Go fishing. I've been fishing I don't know how long. I can't throw an open face reel, backlash. It's frustrating. So I don't go. Greenwood's ready to roll. And Morgan will come back up to start the 5th as Mitchell was cut down trying to steal second. And Morgan gets new life, and it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count to the Greenwood shortstop. Right-handed bat. Hulse back to work for Greenbrier, the left-handed starter. Here it comes. That's upstairs. 2-1. Remember Bryce Morgan is a Little League dude. I think my son played some Little League ball with him. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I can do a cane pole. Exactly. Give me some Minners from the Speedy Mart. Boy, that one just missed outside. A little front door action. 3-2. Here comes to Bryce Morgan. That one bounced at the leadoff walk. Bottom of the 5th, Bulldogs got some action. Here's Caden Brown back at the top of the order. He reached on a fielder's choice, and then he scored in the 3rd. Flied out to center his first at-bat at the bottom of the 1st inning. So he's 0 for 1, or 0 for 2. That's outside. He squared the bunt, and then they threw down quickly. Morgan scampers back. It's outside ball one. Well, let's see if the Bulldogs can get something going here. Fouled back into the netting from Caden Brown. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing 9 runs scored here in this thing. It's burrito time, or maybe one of those burgers. Taco Bell, one of our sponsors. Appreciate the folks down at Taco Bell. I wouldn't even dare ask Taco Bell to sponsor football or basketball. I'd never get it. I mean, here's a 1-1. That one's bunted foul towards the on-deck circle. Chance Oaf waits on it over there. 1-2. So now Brown's got to get something going here. If you're new to the game, a bunt foul on the third strike is an out. Here's Hulse up on top for Greenbrier. He checks the runner at first. That's Bryce Morgan. And this one's lifted to right. Is it going to get down? It does not. Nice job over there for their right fielder flag to, yes, flag it down. You're welcome. And there's one out. Here's Chance Oaf. He's 0 for 2. Flight out to left, flight out to center. Left-handed bat. 1-run Greenwood lead. 1 down here. Morgan's on over at first base. A leadoff walk in the 9-hole. And now Oaf with 1 down. We'll dig in the lefty-lefty match. And he picks this one up, and it's slicing foul to the left side and gets out of play. Strike 1 to Oaf. Whitley gave chase. The ball came back into play, and we're sure walking around as it rolled over the mound and just nonchalanting. There was a time where people would be up and running and advancing on him, slow playing that ball. He wouldn't have done that to Peyton Holt. He didn't have been on second. Here's the 0-1 to Oaf. They're going to throw over, and Morgan will scamper back in. Bryce Morgan, no relation to Grant or Drew. Good kid. Here's the 0-1 now. Oaf stands in. Fouled out into Smith Robinson. Sometimes there'll be track meets going on, and I bet that gets interesting as ordnance being dropped from the baseball field. Can you imagine the 100-mile or the 100-yard, 400-meter dash, whatever you call it. Baseball come flying in over here on the second turn. Here's the 0-2 to Oaf. Oh, right back at the pitcher. Nearly decapitated him. It's a base hit to center field, and there's 2 men on. Whew. Wow. Hulse just got out of the way. That was a laser right back at him. Men's league softball would have been an automatic out. There's just 1 down, though. Here's our DH, Elliott. With an RBI single to third, reached on an error and scored a run to the first. So they haven't been able to get Elliott out yet. First and second, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Well, that's the one he wanted to, right down the middle. It's a little lazy little curveball right there waiting on him. See if Elliott can find it here. A senior right-handed bat. Here's the 0-1. Just maybe a hair high, and it was outside. 1 down here at the bottom of the 5th. We've got action. First and second base for the Bulldogs. They both get their leads. They're not holding the runner at first, so Oaf's got a huge lead over there. Here comes. And that one's just off the end of the bat and fouled straight back. 1-2. Isaac Hulse up on top for Greenbrier. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. He went up and swung for some high cheese and got him, struck him out. Second out. Now Matt Mundy will have to rally on two here.
Now back to first baseman, number 12, Matthew Monday.
Monday, RBI double in the first, flied out to left to end the third inning. 2 down here. Swing and a miss. That one just fouled off a bit. I thought it got past the catcher and we could have been advancing, but they're going to call a foul ball, so runners stay where they are. Three to 2, Greenwood leads Greenbrier here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs, 2 men on. Matt Mundy, the cleanup hitter, first baseman, and Hulse comes home with it. And that's in there for a called strike. 0-2. Mundy's in a little hole here. Good pitch from Isaac Hulse. Winds pick back up. It's blowing across the field, foul pole to foul pole. Here's the 0-2. And Mundy just fists it right to the pitcher. Oh, he wanted to go to third, but nobody was home and had enough time to collect and go back to first base and get Mundy out. So he's out 1-3 on the putout. Well, they had a chance. The Bulldogs did. Had 1 hit. No runs across. Left 2 men on base. Left 4 on the day. And we played 5 innings of baseball. Greenwood leading 3-2 over Greenbrier. 5A West action on Greenwood Sports Center online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Okay. I got a text that video stop.
It's still on.
Okay. We're back here in Greenwood. 5A West baseball doubleheader. 6th inning here. So the Bulldogs leading 3-2 over Greenbrier. Top of the 6th, and Derica back to work for Greenwood. And the first one's a little high to Cade Newton. He's their first baseman. Newton singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. Called strike. 1-1. That's high. 2-1. A right-handed bat. Whew. 2-1. Curveball. Oh, and a called strike. I thought he might have checked his swing, but it's a cross. There's action down in the Greenbrier bullpen. And that's a tapped foul check swing. Number 15 getting loose down there for the Panthers. Derica's still working here, 2-2 count. And got him. Little curveball broke in there at the knees and a backwards K. It's Nate Barentine down there getting loose for Greenbrier. Paxton Flagg will come in. He's their right fielder. Hit by a pitch, flied out to left, and chops this one foul towards the bullpen in left field. Strike 1. Derica's ready. He'll kick and fire for Greenwood. That was outside. A little low in the dirt. 1-1. Eight strikeouts for Derica. And he hit another guy. Hit Flagg again. Same guy. Yeah. So, Flag's going to have to start wearing some body armor up there. Here comes Jeremy Cooper. He's their third baseman. 1 for 2, struck out looking in the second and singled in the fourth, and was stranded out at second base. There's one out here in the top of the sixth, and the go-ahead run at the plate for Greenbrier. That one's outside. Good job. Got him. Yep, he did. That ball was outside in the dirt. Strozier went and got it and caught Flag napping over there, and he's gunned down. A good job of applying the tag over there by Matt Monday. Wow. 2-3 pickoff. Out number 2. It was a ball. There's a shot out foul out of play right side for Cooper. 1-1. Wow, what a huge out. Just caught Flag napping. Not sure why he'd wandered so far off. There's one lifted in the air, but it's going to get out of play to the Greenwood faithful over here on the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two outs, top of the sixth. Whew. I have to get this guy right here. It's the 8-hole. Pitcher's on deck. Hulse. Here comes from Eureka. Lifted in the air. Carroll's there at second base. No problem. And a little pop out to the second baseman. The Bulldogs kind of get a 1-2-3. Face the minimum. Middle of the sixth. Greenwood leading 3-2. Coming to bat for Greenwood, Carroll Weaver Brewer. On Greenwood Sports Center Online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Yes, sir. We're back here in Greenwood. Tonight's game sponsored in part by Phil with a wobble bobber. Wobble bobber. You eat some minutes in your Phil wobble bobber. Bring in some big crappie. Folks up at Pradco. Game-O USA also. Appreciate all of our sponsors. Still room to get on board. Reed Carroll's going to lead it off for us here. We'll have all the conference games. There's 6 more dates every Tuesday, except for the 23rd of March. That's spring break, obviously barring weather. And Carroll's first pitch swinging to left field. The left fielder's on his horse, and it's over his head. It'll be a double for Carroll as he trucks into second base. Oh, what a shot from Reed Carroll. That's more like it. Now Hayden Weaver. Yeah, the conference doubleheaders are all on Tuesdays. We'll have them all for you. And obviously, weather permitting. And then on a separate note, we'll sprinkle in some softball for you as well as we go through. A little bit of basketball left. Hopefully 4 more games still yet. The girls in the state tournament tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here where you're watching and listening. Weaver squares to bunt, charging in hard from first base, almost right in his lap. The pitch came in and was low for ball 1. Weaver got the bat back. Just kamikaze action from Husky over at first. Weaver squared, and he's up 15 feet from the plate. That ball's in tight. They throw down trying to get a little set play and maybe get Carroll napping. like we did flag a while ago over at first, but to no avail. The throw was way off on the third base side. Good job of their shortstop to flag that down. Fitz, or it would have been out in the center. Carroll's back safely and swinging a miss. This time Weaver did not square the bunt. Instead the ball hit him, or is it a balk?
No.
Oh, hit him?
Catcher interference.
Catcher interference. Yeah, Balky wouldn't have got the base. I think the coach says, I need time here. I got to go talk to Hulse. And that's Coach Cope making his move out to the pitcher's mound. So Weaver's going to reach on a little CI. That's catcher interference. I'll go CIT, so it won't be catcher's indifference. Looks like Barrentine's loose and ready, so they're going to go to the bullpen. So it's 3-2. Bulldogs lead Greenbrier here in the bottom of the sixth. We've got 2 men on, nobody out, and a pitching change for the Panthers as Nate Barrentine will come in and relieve Isaac Hulse, who had a good day going, just some errors cost him some runs. We'll take a break here as Barrentine gets loose, a right-hander, and be back after this on Greenwood Sports Center Online and the Sports Hog 103.5. Just a minute's fine. Nate Barrentine, a right-hander, up on the bump now for Greenbrier. As I'm looking through Isaac Hulse's night, only surrendered 2 walks, 4 hits scattered, and 4 strikeouts. Only 1 of the 3 runs was earned. That was the one, the third inning. Morgan led off with a single. Brown got on a fielder's choice, scooted around on a stolen base, and then Elliott singled him in. And right away, the catcher goes out to talk to Barrentine, Zachary. And they're going to get on the same page. Brewer is the batter for Greenwood now in a huge spot here. Brewer is for sure likes the spotlight. He's in it right now. Let's see if he can perform. Runners at first and second. They're up on the grass at the corners. Double play depth up the middle. And Brewer squares to bunt and pulls back, and it's high. They're going to throw down to second again, trying to get Carroll wandering. He's back safely. 1 ball count to Luke Brewer. Let's see if the junior can poke one right here. Open this thing up a bit. Need some insurance. No outs in the bottom of the sixth here. He squares to bunt. And it's bunted foul into the Greenbrier dugout, third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs, going to try to sacrifice the guys over. Coach Mikado threw the signs over at third base. And if you've obviously been with me in the past number of years on a baseball broadcast or softball, there's nothing more magical on earth than a third base coach running through the signs. I love it. No bunt this time. He's stayed in there, but the ball was outside, 2-1. Coach Mikado talking to Carroll over at second. Weaver at first. Here's Brewer at home. Digs in the 2-1 from Barrentine. Right back at the second baseman, lined out. Wow, Carroll was alert base running, got back in time. And so Brewer's out number 1. Here's Dylan Strozier now, the catcher. He walked in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Mitchell, his courtesy runner, was cut down stealing to end the fourth inning after that walk. Strozier, junior as well. Let's see if he can get something in play. Brewer squared that one up just right at the second baseman. Good play. There's a first pitch swing and fouled straight back from Strozier. And strike one. Cade Newton out there at second for Greenbrier. Zachary back out to talk to Barentine, his pitcher. On in relief of Hulse. Hulse went 5 innings. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. Carroll doubled. Weaver's over there on catcher interference. Here's the 0-1 to Dylan Strozier. And an off-speed delivery stayed upstairs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind still blowing right to left across the field. Here in Greenwood, 3-2, Bulldogs lead Greenbrier. Bottom of the 6th, first and second base with runners. And that curveball stayed in there. Boy, that's one just floating, coming at you. I'd like to see Strozier put that thing in the cheap seats. Here's the 1-2. Barentine gets up on top from the stretch, checks on Carroll out at second, and comes home with it. Boy, got him, roasted him, just gas right down the middle. Strozier just stood there. Yep, he got me. 2 outs. So we'll see if Bryce Morgan can get a 2-out rally now. Bulldogs had runners at first and second, nobody out. The pitching change. Has came to fruition here. That's just high to Morgan, ball 1. 2 outs now. Bulldogs lead by 1. Greenbrier gets one more chance in the top of the inning, or in the top of the 7th. And there's a shot from Morgan. The runner had to evade it. Carroll did a good job of that. The throw is not in time, and we're safe. Bases loaded, and Morgan's infield single. Weaver's over at second. Carroll's up to third. Top of the order, here's Caden Brown. Well, that's why we pay him the big bucks. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's see if Brown can get one on it. He favors a bunt a lot because of his leadoff spot, but no chance to bunt here. You got to get one in play. Let's see if the kid can swing away. Show you what he's got. Barentine brings it home. Called strike. Bottom of the 6th. Greenwood leading 3-2. We're playing 7 innings here, a doubleheader. Barentine's ready up on top from the windup. Here it is. Called strike. That one just caught a top corner of the box. Coach Mikado tells Brown, I thought he called it a strike. This one's fouled straight back. And home plate blue needs some baseballs. Let's see if he'll give us a count. I thought it was 0-2. Here it comes from Barentine. A little chopper to third, glove it, step on the bag, forced out there. The old 5 unassisted, but it happens.
After 6 complete innings, Bulldogs 3, Panthers 2.
For out number 3. And Brown is the last batter of the 6th. Bulldogs left them loaded. They got no runs. What do we have? 1 hit? 2 hits. And 3 left on base. We've left 7 today. But we're 3 outs away from a conference victory here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Greenbrier coming to bat. They'll bring up their 9-hole, which was scheduled to be Hulse, their pitcher. Fitz and Strack. We'll take a quick break. Greenwood Baseball on Greenwood Sports Center and the Sports Hog 103.5. 30 seconds if I can, please. Okay. Drake Carden. We're back here, top of the seventh. Last chance for Greenbrier. They need a run to extend this ball game. And Drake Carden will come in to pinch hit in the pitcher spot here in the bottom of the seventh, the big right-handed bat. Holtz was their pitcher. Actually went 1 for 2. Singled. And he flied out to left. But Carden will come in as the pitcher was pulled. And Barrington did a good job of getting Greenwood. Got out of the jam in the bottom of the sixth. There, Jerica's going to try to go the distance. And they're going to say he went, didn't check his swing, called strike. To Carden here in the top of the seventh. He's a 9-hole. Jerica kicks and fires. That's a low and away, 1-1. Doubleheader. We'll have about a 25-minute break between games is what normally it is. We'll send it back to the station, get you over to the network, and then come back and bring you game 2. Strike called on the outside black. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Drake Carden, the pinch hitter here in the seventh for Greenbrier. Landry Jerica kicks and fires. There's a shot, and Morgan at shortstop. Got a bad hop. He tried to hang in there, and he did. Way to stay with it. Knew he had a slower runner, and Morgan hung in there and got through the bobble and throws a strike over to Matt Monday. Great play from the shortstop, Bryce Morgan. 1 down, we go to the top of the order, and here's Garrett Fitz, their shortstop. He's walked, struck out, popped out to our shortstop to lead off the ball game. He scored a run in the third. And Jerica brings some heat, high heat. A little chin music. Got out of the way. It's 1 ball count to Garrett Fitz. Right-handed bat. Jerica swings and kicks and fires and boom. A little off-speed, little breaking ball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jerica, the righty, up on top, working quickly. Here it comes. There's a ball shot over the top of Morgan, and it's a base hit into center. Big turn at first. And the tying run is aboard. Good piece of hitting from Fitz for Greenbrier. There's Thatcher Strack. He's their center fielder. He struck out but reached on a drop third strike in the first. Sack bunt in the second or in the third. Then grounded out to the third baseman to end the 4th inning. 1 down here. Greenwood needing 2 outs. Swing and a miss from Strack. Strozier with a good job of keeping that one in front of him. Sure don't want Fitz to get the second over into scoring position. Double play ball would end it. If they can execute the double play. It's 3-2 Greenwood, top of the 7th. There goes a runner. Swing and a miss, and he's out. What a shot from Strozier. Morgan got over to cover, and Fitz is cut down. A caught stealing, 2-6. And an 0-2 count. Now Bulldogs 1 strike away from getting the first half of this twin bill. And the base came out during the slide, and that's going to bring the maintenance crew out to work on the bag, and that's Coach Mercado. I told you he loved working on the field, so he get an opportunity to do a little gardening out there. Great shot from Strozier, right on the money, and Morgan was there to apply the tag. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Greenbrier's down to their last strike. Thatcher Strack having to wait on the base repair. It was a bang-bang play, but he was out. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, just a reminder, we'll have Greenwood Lady Bulldogs basketball from Hot Springs High. The new junior academy, nice gymnasium down there. Wherever you're watching or listening right now will be the same spot tomorrow. 4 o'clock against Hot Springs Lady Trojans, the home team, host team. So it should be hostile. Here we go. 0-2. Drika, can he win it right here? He kicks and fires. The ball swung and just got a piece of it to stay alive. Didn't strike. Two-strike count to Thatcher Strack, their center fielder. Drika kicks and fires. That ball's fouled out of play right side. A good cut. And that might have been, I got a groan from the crowd, so that could be windshield action. Call Phil Hicks, Shelter Insurance. Sponsored in part this ball broadcast. Here we go. Got him with a curveball. Locked him up, and the Bulldogs win game one. Oh, what a pitch from Landry Drika. And a way to end it there with a backwards K. Gives him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts on the night. And a victory for the Bulldogs as they move to 3-1 and 1-0 in conference. 3-2 the win here in game number 1 against Greenbrier. A pretty good outing from Isaac Hulse for the Panthers, but some fielding errors cost him and ultimately cost him the ball game. Well, we will take a break here and get you back to the network if you're listening on the Sports Hog. I'm not sure what the live stream's going to do. Maybe just some follies. We'll take some breaks, both sides. And we'll come back in about 25 minutes. They'll get the field prepped. So we'll look for a 6:45. We'll be back with you to get ready for game 2 of this twin bill in the 5A West. Bulldogs win the first one over Greenbrier, 3-2. The Panthers now 1-4, 0-1 in conference. Greenwood's 3-1, 1-0 in conference. And a big conference victory, the first for Coach Chad Mercado here at Greenwood High School in conference play. Bulldogs win. I'm Tim Terry. Thank you, Mr. Ferris, back at the station, for making us sound so good. Be back in about 25 minutes for game 2 of this twin double header here in Greenwood on the Sports Hog 103.5.